People are afraid to write. People are afraid to speak. And I think even though things have improved, there is still that residual fear in people leading to self-censorship.
Press freedom has really been a problem here over the years, and it got worse off in the late 2008 going to 2009, resulting in the arrests and detentions of so many journalists. Some were tried and were convicted by courts which we do not consider to be independent. But in the last 2 years, we have not been seeing the arrests and detention of journalists. But that does not actually mean that there is really freedom of expression, because it is still very difficult to get information.
The laws we have also make it very, very difficult for people to invest in the media here. So therefore, because of that, some printing presses here do not want to print newspapers, because they do not want to print newspapers only for the publisher to be taken to court and found guilty and his properties, and alongside the owner of or the proprietor of the newspaper, of the printing press, having to, lose his properties to the state. Now, for the journalist who is practicing in this hostile environment, always think about these laws, because he or she doesn't want to publish something only for him or her to be dragged to court and if found guilty.
People are afraid to speak, not only public servants, but even those in the private industry. We were trying to get an interview with the managers of hotel industry, and it was extremely difficult. The only one who was willing to speak ended up just praising the government for their efforts. In the past, we used to interview them, and they used to give their own personal views, which were sometimes critical of the development or the input made by the government in the tourist industry. But some of them told us that we cannot continue to grant you interviews because we have been reprimanded for granting you interviews and making critical remarks. So that shows the state of freedom of expression in the country.